So I think it's not really a tranche. It isn't even really a paper cut. I mean, what you've got right now are sanctions on 5 banks and 3 people to respond to the invasion of a sovereign European country. The UK could be doing a lot more. There are certainly far more oligarchs in London that could be sanctioned. They could have their assets frozen. They could be kicked out of the country. And to do this, just frankly, shows a little bit of weakness in the face of Vladimir Putin's bullying. I think the Germans are taking a much harder line than we expected. I think if you looked at what was happening out of the EU today, where we were a little bit concerned, I think the fact that the Germans came down and said, no, we are not going to allow this. We're going to get rid of Nord Stream 2, which is a big decision for them. The problem with that, though, is if Putin actually takes over Ukraine, then he doesn't need Nord Stream 2 as much. I mean, the point of Nord Stream 2 was to do an end run around Ukraine. Now, if he takes over Ukraine, he doesn't really need Nord Stream 2 to do that end run. So it's a good reaction, but we still have a long ways to go to stop this aggression in Europe. Vladimir Putin does not govern Russia alone. Vladimir Putin sits at the tip of a group of people who run Russia. And if you go to Vladimir Putin's friends, these oligarchs, and say, you can't live your London lifestyle anymore. You can't go and shop at Harrods. Your wife can't have tea at the Ritz. If you go and say that to them and that's something the UK actually has an advantage in, something the UK can take away, and something the UK should be using right now to put pressure on these people. UK and the EU need to try a bit harder. There needs to be serious consequences. These are slaps on the wrist. This is the most serious international crisis in Europe since the end of the Cold War. We can't allow a sovereign European country to whom security assurances have been given to be invaded. And at a bare minimum, we should make the Russian economy scream.